It is 2:32 p.m. on on June 8th. I am driving back from the ICU. Kate's dad just flew in from New York, so he's with her right now. I'm gonna go take care of the kids. I haven't slept. There's a lot to unpack.
She's good. I can be good. I can be strong and steady for her.
Hello, everyone!
We're back,
We're
you
back.
guys. Thank you for all of your questions, wondering where we've been, whether or not baby Mars made her appearance, and if she's Earthside. And we are here to tell you about the whole journey and show you baby Mars.
You guys were on the journey for baby Moon, our first kid, our son, who is now officially 6 years old, which is crazy. I don't know where the time's on. It's been so fun to watch him grow. And then at 41 years old, you got pregnant.
Yep.
Rather easily, I might say. High five.
Too easily.
This is the birth story. It's a complicated story, but we're determined to just be honest with you guys and share the whole thing, so.
Yep. I think in order to start the story, we need to start just a little quick thing about my first pregnancy, which was with Moon. Basically, it ended in an emergency C-section after nearly 2 days of labor.
That was a hard pregnancy, and I thought it can't get harder than that.
Yeah.
All right, guys, it's 8:30 a.m. We just dropped Moon off at school. We are back home. Kate's in the nursery/labor room with Tess talking about books they're reading, and she's officially started contractions. So I think the time is here.
I set out, actually, at first, I was thinking, I'll do a scheduled C-section, because in just like general knowledge that floats around, I feel like that's what you think needs to happen. But then the more that I researched it and the longer I was pregnant and the more I connected with this energy that was growing inside of me, the more I really wanted a different experience. And so many women nowadays are conquering VBACs, which is vaginal birth after cesarean. And that was something I wanted to do.
Well, I think what's really interesting is that like ACOG, American College of Gynecologists, actually, it's recommended to do a VBAC. If you're a good candidate for a VBAC, it's recommended to do a VBAC because...
Over a cesarean.
Yeah, because technically, I think, don't quote me on it, but like C-sections carry just as much risks as a VBAC, and there's a lot of benefits to natural childbirth.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was an interesting journey learning more about VBACs and sort of building up.
What was the birth plan, which I had always been very intrigued by home births as well. And so we researched that. It's called an HBAC. And we found a wonderful midwife here on the island. I prepped mind, body, and spirit for this labor and delivery. I was just so determined. I did workouts, I did stretching, I went to a pelvic floor therapist to do all the massages. I did a ton of meditations and affirmations.
We had a lot of safety mechanisms in place. We live really close to a world-class hospital. We had like top-notch OBs, doctors, midwives, everyone. So we were feeling pretty confident.
Yep.
We were doing what's called dual care. So we had a traditional OB the entire pregnancy, plus a maternal fetal medicine doctor, which is an advanced OB. And then in conjunction with that, obviously, under the care of the midwife.
Yeah. I wanted this to be the redemptive birth story. I wanted to do it unmedicated and at home and get to have that experience.
I think that like my number one goal was for you to support you in getting the birth that you wanted.
Yeah, thank you. I really wanted to challenge myself to have a natural birth and do this not only for myself, but for my baby and really be a team.
We are back for season 2. of OMG,
Oh
we're
my
having a baby.
MG, Joey, I'm not ready. I'm not having a baby.
You guys remember when we had Moon? TT was also with us, and here she is again. She's a saint. She's been living with us for a month, waiting for Mars to show up. And of
Living
course,
in paradise. I'm just excited. We're staying calm. I'm super good at being calm. Starting today. And I'm gonna prepare some snacks. I'm setting up some toys in the Ohana so we don't get too loud in case we have breathing and meditation things going on. So that's my job.
all right. Here we go. All right, we got red raspberry leaf tea, miso, ground beef, and bone broth, coconut water, arnica oil, magnesium spray. That's our tech stack for this laboring process. Just call me Little Red Riding Labor Hood.
Look at his basket. Oh my god.
Well, I just figured if we're gonna be
That's
floating
weird.
around. No, if we're gonna be
We're
floating
supposed to be
around.
normal, and you packed like a basket for us to go outside.
Well, I'm just saying because if you're gonna be moving around the house, it'll be easier than having to like constantly. If we just have a basket that's moving. Maybe we won't put the coconut water in it. But...
Joey's supposed to be the calm one.
All right, it's about 10 a.m. How are you feeling?
I feel good. I feel relaxed right now. I'm getting sun. Feeling excited.
Yep.
Yeah, feeling lucky, feeling that optimistic, feeling happy that I like let my body go naturally. Yeah.
It's 12:35. Kate's having contractions like probably like every 10 minutes.
Early contractions, I was like, I got this.
We were down by the pool.
Yeah, we were down by the pool.
There was a point where all of a sudden it just kind of like switched and your contractions got really close. And that's when the midwives came over.
Yeah.
Perfect position. She's right in the away position. Come on, listen to a contraction, okay? Come on, Joey. Yeah.
What does a contraction feel like?
Oh my gosh. We should have done the like thing where we strap like electrodes to you or whatever.
I strapped a watermelon to me. Holy caboli, that's heavy. Oh.
Oh my gosh, if I could just strap a watermelon to myself and call it baby
Let me
delivering.
let me make the sound and you tell me exactly what's happening. Ready? Go.
I mean, I can't explain it to you because you don't have a uterus. I would say it feels like the craziest period cramps ever, but you don't even know what that feels like. Think about like your like the most internal part of you, like just
Trying to get out.
yeah.
All right, another update is 2:47. Kate's in regular contractions, probably 5 minutes apart. She's doing well. I mean, we're talking in between contractions. Like during the contractions, she can't talk and she's pretty overwhelmed. She says it hurts a lot, but in general, I'm very in awe of how she's handling it all.
And at that point, the contractions were really getting ouchy. I really just had to like moan my way through them. And I was like, uh-oh, what stage am I at? Like, how much worse is this gonna get?
That's good.
Just keep going.
Gotta be as brave as you can. The more you can do that, the more it helps to open and move the cervix out of the way for your baby.
It's like 6:30 p.m. I just got out of the showers in the shower with Kate. I think she's like getting close. She's talking about feeling pressure. And the midwives had to fill up the tub, so fingers crossed we're getting close.
I had been seeing there was some pressure, so I got to get into the birthing tub.
We were like, oh, it's happening, finally.
Happening.
You were pretty exhausted by that point, but
Yeah, but like I still was like, okay, like this is the end. And I was in the tub. I didn't know if I would get it, but I got the fetal ejection reflex, which is basically when your body just like naturally, without you controlling it, pushes. Almost feels like when you're throwing up, when your body does that just crazy heave, but it's like the other way. And even stronger than that. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is great. Like, this is happening. But it didn't.
At some point, they were like, you got to get out of the tub.
Yeah, they said I had to get out of the tub, and that was devastating for me because I was like, why? They said it's not happening right now. I had said I still had some pain in my cervix, which meant the baby was still up high. So at that point, they checked me to see how far I was dilated, what was going on, and I had a cervical lip. So basically, a little part of my cervix was still covering the baby's head and basically keeping her up there. So they said, you can't get back in the tub. You got to labor outside some more.
At that point, you were so defeated and so exhausted, and the midwives wanted you to try to like rest, which was crazy because you were having like crazy contractions, but there was this sort of like natural process that was happening. And the goal was basically to melt away the rest of the cervical lip.
Yeah, well, so that was what was really hard is they told me I was having that fetal ejection reflex, but the midwives told me to resist it because if I was pushing against that cervical lip too much, I could inflame it and actually retract, like, you know, make myself dilate, reverse, and close up. So that was really scary, and that really kind of freaked me out. And that was when my mental state, I think, deteriorated even more. The longer this labor was taking and the more the contractions were just getting more and more painful, I was starting to get a little bit fearful, like, oh my gosh, am I gonna be able to last?
There was a point where you were in so much pain, you were so exhausted and defeated, and you were just saying to yourself the affirmations in the most like sort of desperate way possible, that like they were your lifeline. And I was just like, holy crap, these affirmations are so key.
I really wanted this to be like an empowering experience for me. And what's so crazy, well, what I realized is you have to get stripped raw.
If it weren't for the fact that there were clear signs of constant progress, I don't think I would have been able to keep my shit together.
Well, also the midwives, I mean, they're so experienced. And so they were like, this is fine. Like, you're doing it.
I was constantly sort of just checking in with everyone to make sure you were actually okay.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, I mean, I didn't know what else to do, but besides just sort of tell you were doing it, you're okay, we're almost there.
The most encouraging thing through all of the darkness that I was like descending into and all the pain was the fact that every time the midwife would check for Mars's heartbeat, it was this steady, perfect pace.
She's awesome.
Every time she would check in on the baby and she was just like so just steady, I would like tune into that and I'd be like, she's good, I can be good. I can be strong and steady for her. Like, I can do this. So yeah, like her energy definitely, I feel like throughout my whole pregnancy, I've depended on her like strength as like a little soul. And that was like a huge moment for me each time to just kind of be like, okay, she's in this, I'm gonna be in this for her. Like, we're in this together.
You're starting to see the top of baby's head, okay? Okay, this is it. Here we go. There we go. Okay. Head is born. Head is born. Keep going. Baby's born. Baby's born. Mama, Daddy, I want you to help me pull the down.
There she is.
Happy birthday, baby.
You're perfect.
Happy birthday, baby.
Jasmine said to us, your baby's uncul, which means there's
Sac is
still
full.
the sac around her.
Many cultures see in-call births as spiritually significant. Ancient and folkloric beliefs often say a child born in call will be special, lucky, or protected. In some traditions, it was believed that baby would never drown, leading sailors to keep part of the sac as a protective charm.
They say it's like a veil, and it is. It's like she had this little veil over her face, and me and Joey got to like pull the veil. It was so crazy because like it's just, she is like my lucky baby. Like she is like the fact that I just got pregnant so quickly and like everything. I don't know. She's my little lucky baby and my little magical baby, and it makes sense to me that she was born like that. And also like while I was pregnant with her, my grandmother passed away, and some cultures believe that like babies with the veil have like a connection to the other side. And so like, I don't know, it just all had a lot of significance to me and made a lot of sense. And then I was fine, and I was ready for Moon and to come in and meet his little sister, and my sister to come in and meet her niece. Oh my gosh.
Mom worked so hard.
Right. The big brother, huh?
You go too.
So happy tears for you. Happy tears. She worked so hard.
It was literally the craziest feat of strength I've ever seen. Okay, ready? Let's do it.
The best big brother. Gigi came here waiting for you for a long time.
That's why the other day she was sticking her tongue out in response to me.
Sleeping for days.
We had 2 weeks of bliss. Like, it was like great. I mean, you didn't
I wouldn't
feel
say
great.
it was bliss. Yeah, my body after that was like the most sore I've ever been in my life. Just muscle soreness wise, body soreness wise. But then I started getting headaches and really aching pain in my back, in particular on my left side. And my research, mothers talk about how much easier it is to recover from a natural childbirth than it is from a C-section. And I wasn't experiencing that. I was basically bedridden because of how sore my body was and how much my headaches were hurting.
And so 2 weeks after the birth, after everything seemed to be fine, just hard, the worst day of our life happened.
Yeah.
We want this video to be like a celebration of Mars' birth, and we want this one to just be like a celebration of Mars' birth. The other part of the story is really hard. Separate video.
Yeah, really hard. Poor Joey. Oh, Mars is awake.
Kate has to go nurse Mars. You guys want to meet Mars? Mars just pooped all over me.
And I got spit up on me. Are you ready to meet her?
You guys ready to meet Mars?
Woo!
Look at this beauty.
You guys have been along for the whole journey. Unfortunately, we have more to tell.
But this is the story about Mars's birth,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a happy ending.
Yeah.
So we'll make another video next about the rest of the story.
Yeah.
Stay creative, stay weird, stay you, because why
Not. Woo.
Bye.
Oh, that's wonderful. I like that.